so let us get started with the webinar. I'll quickly go through my introduction once more. I'm Ankur Sinha. I'm a faculty over here at IIMA Ahmedabad. I'm working in the area of machine learning and artificial intelligence for the past quite many years. And we have been running this program. In the last offering, there were a good bunch of participants from a wide variety of sectors. I will let you know if at all you would like to see that, how did the cohort look like in September 2020. But let me first of all provide you some information about the upcoming program in the month of March. So firstly, very quickly about IIMA Ahmedabad. So we are a premier organization in management, education, research, and consulting. And we are the first business school in the country that was awarded the IQUIS accreditation. And we consistently rank as the best management institute in the country in many of the rankings that are there every year. Along with some of the flagship courses that we offer, for example, we have a 2-year MBA program, we have 1-year MBA program, we have a PhD program. Along with that, IIMA Ahmedabad also engages in the executive education program, and this course on AI ML for business that we are offering is being offered through the executive education arm. In fact, you will be surprised to know that the first few programs that were offered by IIMA Ahmedabad almost 6 decades back were the executive education program. So we started with the executive education program, and then later on we moved into programs like MBA, we moved into programs like PhD and so on. And interestingly, we have carried on with our executive education arm, and every year we offer close to 200 different programs through our executive education arm. If you look at the course on artificial intelligence and machine learning, this course will be offered in the month of March, starting from 3rd of March up to 26th of March. This is when the course will be offered. The course will be offered in the evening from 7:45 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. And as you could see, every week there will be 3 sessions, and overall we have 12 sessions where the duration of the session is close to 2.5 hours. You will have a 15-minute break during this session. So the total contact hours that you will have will be 2.5 hours multiplied by 12. So 12 multiplied by 2.5 hours is the total contact hours that you will have with the faculty in this particular course. I'm the faculty coordinator. I'm also the chairperson of the incubation cell that we have at IIMA Ahmedabad. Along with me, there will be 5 other faculty members who will be teaching in this program. Let me just quickly take you through the profiles of the other faculty members. The first one is, of course, me. The second one is Professor Tathagata Bandyopadhyay, who will be conducting sessions on statistics. Then we have Professor Diptesh Ghosh, who will be talking about optimization. We have one external faculty member as well, Professor Pekka Malo, who will be talking about text mining and how AI and ML is applied in the area of finance. And we have 2 industry experts, Pradipta Ghosh and Abhishek Tripathi, who will be talking about the relevance of AI and ML in the industry and how exactly are they using some of these tools with the current data sets that their organization is producing. If you look at how the faculty members will be conducting the sessions, so as you could see, this is me, Pekka, Abhishek, and Pradipta. We will be driving the AI and ML part. So close to 80% of the course will be focused on artificial intelligence and machine learning. 10% of the course will have a focus on optimization, and around 10% of the course will have a focus on statistics. These are 3 very important pillars that we have. And if you think that we can talk about AI and ML without talking about optimization or statistics, that is certainly not true. So around 10% of the program will have some discussions on optimization. Professor Diptesh Ghosh will bring about some of the concepts on optimization, and Professor Tathagata Bandhopadhyay will bring about some concepts on statistics. Using the case method, we will pick up a business case, and through a business case, all these concepts will be driven in the classroom. Before the start of the course, we will provide you with a 3-hour Python tutorial based on which you have to prepare Python yourself. Over and above this, I will be spending approximately 3 hours in person with you in further developing your skills on Python. So what I would like to do at the beginning of the program itself, we would have spent 3 hours of video material and 3 hours of in-person time on Python. So close to 6 hours we will be spending on Python in this course. And right at the beginning itself, we will make sure that each and everybody in the program who's participating in this course is able to write the basic codes in Python, understands some of the packages in AI and ML, and then we will deep dive into the concepts. So we will get started with a 3-hour recorded video and then 3 hours of sessions in person. The program is designed to be a mix of methods and applications. So don't think that we will be talking about some of the concepts and some of the material in the area of AI and ML. Superficially, we will be deep diving into the area. We will talk about methods, we will talk about applications, and during the sessions, we will be implementing some of the applications. It is not a superficial program. You need to do coding by your own. And if you would look at the cohort that we had earlier in the month of September 2020, you would see that there were people in the cohort from quite senior level positions in some of the organizations like Google and so on, and they were willing to write the codes themselves and learn these tools and concepts. Without writing the codes yourself, it won't be possible for you to understand that what exactly goes on in the background when you're using an AI or ML tool. And therefore, you need to dirty your hands in this program. Do not come with an assumption that it will only be some superficial cases and ideas that will be discussed. You will have to dirty your hands. We will implement applications in the classroom. And given that these applications, methods, and concepts are coming from a business school, there will be a very strong connect that we will have with the business applications itself. And I will point out some of the business applications that we will be covering in this program. For example, one of the business applications that we will be talking about will be from the area of fintech. For instance, if we are talking about a bank, and the bank wants to decide that, can I grant a loan to a person within 3 seconds or not? Can I make a decision in 3 seconds itself that whether the loan should be given to a person? And I have some of the attributes of the person. For example, I know the marital status of the person. I know how many kids the person has, what is the annual household salary, whether what sort of a loan the person is requesting for, what is the education level of the person, whether the person owns a car or doesn't own a car. Based on this, within 3 seconds, I want to make a decision that whether loan should be granted to this person or it should not be granted to this person. Maybe the bank already has a mechanism where a human being is going through the profile of the individual and then making a decision, but it's very subjective, it is error prone, it is time taking, and therefore the bank wants to automate this whole process and maybe wants to go into an online platform. Now, this is something we will be considering as an application problem, and we will be talking about methods like support vector machines, decision trees, and even logistic regression to handle such kind of an application problem. For instance, the second problem that we will be talking about will be from the e-commerce and the logistics industry, where you might be having the locations of your customers. You might know the demand of your customers, and you need to do some sort of an optimization in terms of how do you travel to these different locations? How do I cluster my customers? How do I figure out that which all customers should be served by one delivery boy, which set of customers should be served by another delivery boy. So as you could see, this sort of a problem will require some aspect of optimization, data analysis, machine learning, and intelligent tools as well, right? For example, if you just cluster the points, you would get to see that, okay, this is how I should be assigning delivery boys to my customers. One delivery boy gets assigned over here, another delivery boy gets assigned over here. And the next question is, how should the delivery boy travel to these paths, to these customers? What sort of a path should the delivery boy be taking in order to travel to these customers? How do you answer some of these questions? And what you will observe is that these questions will get answered in the context of an e-commerce data set with the help of tools like clustering, optimization, and so on. Another application that we will be talking about would be the handwriting recognition problem. The data set that you see is a very common data set which is used in the area of machine learning. It is called the MNIST data set. Through this data set, we will see as to how can machine recognize things in images? How can machine recognize the handwriting of people? And all of these things we will develop in the classroom. What you will observe is that once you would have developed these tools, it will be very easy for you to pick up that tool, take it to your organization, take it to your project, replace the data set with another data set, and this code that you will have will be capable of solving an entirely different sort of a image recognition problem. Here, the neural network or the machine learning tool might be recognizing the digits. In a different context, it will be recognizing cats and dogs and faces in images. And that is something we will develop in the classroom during the session. For example, you will also have a couple of sessions on deep learning where you will be recognizing what all things are there in the image. Is there a bicycle there? Is there a person there? And we will see as to how some of these tools work, and will go through the implementation of the entire problem. We will also touch upon natural language processing. For instance, a lot of you might have heard about sentiment analysis and all these kind of things in the context of text mining, though there is a lot more to do with text than just doing sentiment analysis, but then sentiment analysis somehow seems to be the buzzword in the context of NLPs. For instance, let's say these are news articles. And based on these news articles, I want to make a decision that whether I should buy the stock of this company, whether I should sell the stock of this company, or I should hold the stock of this company. There are thousands of news items that are being produced from all across the world. Now, of course, one of the approaches could be that you read the news article and then make a decision whether to invest or not invest. But if there is a person with such sort of a tool where a robot can read it in milliseconds, the robot will be able to implement that into a decision immediately. And as you would see in the stock market, time is very important, right? Especially if you're making certain short-term trades, certain short-term decisions, and so on. The trade has to be executed as soon as you have some information that is tradable. And therefore, text mining is an important tool that we will look at primarily in the context of financial data, where we will be analyzing the financial news. And we will see how can a system automatically make a decision whether to buy a stock or to sell a stock. For example, if you look at the second statement over here, this is a news item which says that mid-cap funds can deliver more. Now, based on this, what decision would you take? You might think of making some investments in mid-cap companies. Now, why can't a computer model, why can't an AI model understand this and automatically execute your decision? And those things are fairly easy to do now with the kind of tools that we have at hand. There is another problem that I'm highlighting. So this is the T-Rex dinosaur. Whenever your internet is not working, all of you would have played this game, I'm sure. But can we make this game more interesting? Instead of you pressing the button, I don't know if you have kids. I have a kid. We implemented this game at home, and what we did was that if the kid jumps, the robot jumps. When the kid bends, the robot bends. And my kid was quite excited to kind of play with it for a while, though after a while, she got bored. But then we will be doing this implementation as well in the classroom, where you will have this T-Rex game, and we will use an AI model to look at you in the camera, through the camera, and judge that whether you are jumping, whether you are bending, and based on that, it will automatically convert it into a decision, which is a key press, up key press, down key press, and based on that, the T-Rex will jump or the T-Rex will bend and so on. Right, so we will also touch a bit upon computer vision. I will not go deep into computer vision because, as you would see, each of these things that we are talking about are an area in itself. People do full-fledged courses in the area of natural language processing. They do a full-fledged course in the area of computer vision. They do a full-fledged course in the area of image analytics and so on. But in this course, what we will do is we will start from the very basics. And the basics are that you will be taught how to code. You will be taught how machine learning programs work, how machine learning packages work, and then we will be implementing some of these things. And in case you get more interested, you will develop the capability to go and start learning, go and start studying some of these things on your own. So all I can promise you is that at the end of the course, you will be able to pick up a machine learning or a deep learning book on your own and start going through it. And you would have already implemented some of the basic things. Now, as I pointed out already, each application that I have shown to you so far will be developed in the classroom. The data set, the code, the methods, and everything will be shared with the participants during the program. The question is, for whom is this program intended? Who is the audience? In the previous cohort, it was mostly people working at the senior management positions and middle management positions in different organizations who were a part of the program. And that is the intended audience. What I would expect is that you should have some experience working in a company. We do not want students in this program. This program is for executives. And we want people who are working professionals to be in this program. In case you are a student and you are deeply interested in joining for this program, you need to convince me that why do you want to be a part of this program, because it is not meant for students. And only if I see that if you have the business acumen, we might accept a student, but that would be a rare case. Now, what kind of executives are we looking for, or what kind of executives might be interested in this program? So people who want to understand that how AI and ML tools work, and they want to use it in some of the projects in their organization. So those are the kind of executives who might like to attend this program. There are a lot of companies in the country who are coming up with an analytics or an AI team. And if you think that in the future, you would go ahead and lead such sort of a team, you already have the domain expertise, but this is what you are missing, then this course is meant for you. There might be people who have technical backgrounds. They might have done a bachelor's of technology or bachelor's of engineering. They might even have professional degrees like an MBA or so, where they might have been exposed to basic analytics, but they just want to take the bar further up and understand that what are some of the more relevant or novel or recent analytical stuff that has come up in the market that are being widely used. Then this program is suitable for those kind of people as well who want to upgrade their skills in analytics. And of course, there might be some people who are kind of looking to switch into the area of analytics, AI, and ML, and they want to get a flavor of what AI, ML is. Those executives would also find this program suitable. Further information about the program. If at all you have any program content related query, for example, what all concepts, what all tools, what all ideas will be covered in the program, please get in touch with me. This is my email ID. In case you want to talk to me before making your decision, we can schedule a meeting for that as well. And I can have a short conversation with you on the phone, explaining as to what is there in the program. For any administrative queries, you will have Mustafa. So Mustafa will be helping me out with the execution of this program, for registration and stuff like that. If you want any information, Mustafa will be there. Mustafa, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if you want any help on the administrative side, Mustafa will be able to help you out on that.